Hi everyone, welcome to Cloud Odyssey Fireside Chat series, where we are bringing an industry expert to learn directly from the expert itself. Today we are having a Commerce Cloud, I could say, architect. He's a developer. He's a mountain in the commerce industry. We are having Mr. Ugandhar Talapaneni today with us. Most welcome, Ugandhar.
Emerson, thank you.
It's absolutely pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
So, in fact, in this Fireside Chat, we would like to take the conversations professionally, and also we would like to know more about you.
Okay.
So I'll try my best to fit you into your position.
Okay. Okay.
The question and answers could be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm expecting answers in a way you could elaborate it.
Sure. I'll try my level best.
And these are the questions not only from my end. In fact, I spoke with a couple of your mentees as well.
Oh,
They also gave some questions.
okay. Got it. We have
So
some hidden agenda.
of course, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
So before jumping into that, in fact, we knew you're a solution architect in the commerce. Just why don't we start with that? Like, how you came into this commerce industry?
Okay.
Wait.
So, in fact, I completed my graduation in 2011, and I joined in a almost startup company, and that is when the technology called Demandware was emerging in the space of e-commerce.
Yes.
It was almost new e-commerce framework, and I was recruited as a trainee software engineer.
Okay.
Okay, so for that particular technology, so that is how the journey started. So right from the beginning of my career, I've been into the e-commerce.
Wow.
And I started my journey as a Demandware, the trainee software engineer, and the latter, the technology Demandware itself was acquired by Salesforce and renamed it as Salesforce Commerce Cloud.
Absolutely. So what is that interesting or inspiring thing to you
Okay.
to be in this commerce or in the Demandware for so long?
See, if you look at the commerce or e-commerce for that matter, it is almost part of our life today, right? So especially after COVID,
Post-COVID.
right? So now, if you look at if you see on the roads, for sure, if you go out, we will see one or the other delivery boy. It can be Swiggy, Zomato, or Blue Dart, some courier services delivering the products to the doorsteps, right? So if you look at nowadays, almost everything, right? Right from the mobiles to groceries, everything is available online. And of course, the online shopping provides some additional benefits as well, maybe more discounts because
Absolutely.
they not only invest in the physical stores, right? So more discounts, easy exchanges, easy returns, right? It provides a lot of advantages over physical shopping. So personally, I like online shopping than going to the stores and do the shopping, and it is part of our life. So it is interesting, right? To work in the similar thing which we like.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's like passion to profession.
exactly. Yeah.
What you love, you're doing that only.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact,
Yeah.
everyone thrives for it. What we love to do, we want to make it as a profession.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that is Ugandhar's driving factor.
So actually, if we see like for example, let us say some X person doesn't have knowledge in commerce, and being a commerce solution architect, if I see the delivery boy on the road, there is a difference in the way I look at him, and there is a difference in the way the other person look at him.
Correct. You will look at the chain, right?
So I look at what happens behind the scenes. Right.
A directive perspective.
Exactly.
By looking at the scene itself, you could imagine that. Start our fireside chat. Here,
It's not started yet. Okay.
Okay. I mean, in the commerce industry, we normally hear these words B2B, B2C.
Yes.
And I was surprised with the fact, like B2B, the skills we need to, the skills we require and the platform we require and also the licenses, everything are different for B2B and B2C.
Yeah.
Then how come does they fit into one common umbrella called commerce?
Commerce, yes. So let me give you a brief history about it. Why the licenses are different in the first place.
Even the skills as well.
Yeah, skills as well, right? So now, if you look at the Demandware piece with which I started my career, so initially it was Demandware, and later it was acquired by Salesforce Commerce Cloud, and it came into Salesforce, and it came into the Salesforce ecosystem through the acquisition. Right?
Yes.
So it was a different product altogether, and it is part of Salesforce now because of the acquisition.
Correct.
On the other hand, we have the B2B plus D2C, so business to business and direct to consumer.
Okay.
So these two products are built on the core platform, which is
It's on
Salesforce,
Commerce.
Yes.
Salesforce Commerce.
Salesforce Core SFDC,
Okay, yeah.
CRM. It is
Correct.
built on the CRM, right? So now, if you look at B2B and D2C, the underlying technology is different.
Correct.
Right? Because it is built on the CRM. If you look at the other one, that is B2C, Demandware piece, there the underlying technology is different. So these two are, we should look at these two, B2C, B2B plus D2C combination as two different products altogether.
Correct.
Okay, because the underlying software is different.
Yes.
Right? So obviously the skill set is different.
Yes.
Right? So in case of B2B plus D2C, we can use the core concepts, right? Flows, the Apex, things of that nature, but which is not applicable for B2C Demandware piece. So here we have something called controllers, ISMLs,
Correct.
different coding concepts altogether. All right. So the licenses are different, the skill sets are different, even the purpose is different.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
how come?
But if you look at the purpose of, in B2C, there is commerce, business to consumer. B2B, there is commerce, business to business. D2C, there is commerce, but direct to consumer. Right? So, though the type of commerce is different, end of the day it is commerce. Okay, so that is the reason why all these three are grouped under one umbrella called Commerce Cloud.
Okay.
Okay, but Commerce Cloud is not limited to the B2C, but it is B2C, B2B, D2C.
It's like unity in diversity.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
In fact, for this, I mean, for a project, if you're getting a project, is it consists of like B2B and B2C as well?
Not really. Let me give you an example. For example, let us say I'm a merchant and I want to directly sell the products to my end users.
Yes.
Okay, so that comes under the direct to consumer, and it is type of another B2C as well, business to consumer.
Correct.
But if you look at B2B, I'm the manufacturer of a product, but I will not sell my products directly to the consumer. But instead of that, I will sell my products to a retailer.
Retailer, maybe a distributor.
Yeah, distributor kind of.
Yeah.
For example, if I look at this way, right, HP and Chroma, or HP and Reliance Digital, right? If you go to the Reliance Digital store, we can buy HP laptops there, right?
Correct.
If you go to Chroma, we can buy HP laptops.
Yes, yes.
So here the type of commerce that is happening between the HP and Reliance Digital or HP and Chroma, it is business to business because Chroma is not going to use those products, right?
Yes,
they will sell those products.
They're going to resell it.
Yeah. Right? So that is where the business to business comes in.
Okay.
Okay. So it entirely depends on to whom I am selling. Am I selling it to the real consumer, or am I selling it to another business who will do the business by using these products?
Correct.
Right?
Okay.
So in fact, there could be some merchants who wants to do both, but not in the same website. So they should have the two different websites, right?
Yeah.
One will serve for the business to consumer. The other one for is a wholesale. B2B is kind of wholesale.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
A different website for B2B. Yeah.
Okay. So it need not to be like the products can be subjected to B2B or B2C.
Yeah, it entirely depends on the merchant preference, what they want to do. Whether they want to sell it to the consumers or whether they want to sell it to the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, it's very tough to trickle down the architect, right? Because he's answering the questions. Okay, let me try my best this time.
Yeah. All the best.
Thank you. For this is for ESMB customers, mostly a retailer or from a commerce industry. Is Commerce Cloud, is it a feasible solution?
Definitely Commerce Cloud.
In the sense, I mean, there's a follow-up. Is it a cost-effective? Is it an efficient solution?
Right. So definitely when it comes to the Commerce Cloud is a best fit for any e-commerce website. But within the Commerce Cloud, again, there are three different products, right?
Correct.
So the demand B2C, D2C, and B2B, right? If it is a very small merchant, right, small scale, then D2C may be a best fit and cost-effective solution as well.
Okay.
D2C, which is built on the CRM platform.
Okay. Correct.
Okay. And business to business, it is, type of commerce itself is different, right? So if they want to sell the products directly to the another business, then they can go with B2B. But when it comes to the medium to large scale, then the B2C, but the Demandware piece is the best one because it covers a lot of customizations and it can handle heavy load. So in my experience, I have seen the B2C commerce websites with more than 5 lakh SKUs.
Oh my God. 5 lakh.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, definitely the Demandware piece is best fit for medium to large scale, but for small scale, D2C will go.
Agreed. Okay. Yeah. Even as a pre-sales consultant in one dimension, I could also pitch in that way then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I have another interesting question. It's totally about your perspective. There is a disclaimer as well. It's your perspective.
Yes.
As we are talking about this Demandware and then Salesforce acquisition has happened. So in your perspective, the demand of a Demandware, was it spiked up after this acquisition or before also was it like that?
See, definitely after COVID, after acquisition, definitely yes. After the Salesforce acquisition, it came into a bigger ecosystem where there is a lot of cross-sell and also the reach of Salesforce is more when compared to Demandware piece, right?
Correct.
So definitely there is a spike that I have observed after acquisition of Salesforce. The large-scale industries started using the Demandware piece. But there is another spike after COVID, I would say, because the COVID made us realize the importance of online shopping. So
made us to stick to home.
Yeah, exactly.
And make the work done.
Yes. So though we are sitting at home, the products are reaching to our doorstep. It'll be interesting, right? Without stepping out from home.
My father felt so happy for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just whatever the things he's asking, no? Do it in Instamart.
Yeah.
Get it in Paytm.
Yes. Okay, so there is so these are the two major spikes that I have observed. But when it comes to the Indian market especially, there was no much traction before pre-COVID. But after COVID, I started seeing some proposals coming in for the Demandware piece.
Okay. Awesome.
So earlier, I haven't observed any. At least, in my opinion, at least I haven't seen any merchant using SFCC. Maybe one or two. I don't know. But after COVID, yes, there are some major brands started using Demandware.
Awesome.
As their e-commerce platform.
So the cycle, is it increasing still?
Yeah. It will not come down because.
Oh God.
So yeah, in my opinion, right? See, people are almost, I would say, adapted or maybe addicted to online shopping.
Addicted only.
Yes.
Because we can't even imagine the world, right?
Exactly.
If I don't have Swiggy, my Sundays will be gone.
Yeah. The new trend is, see, people, if they want to see the product physically, right, they'll go to the store and see the product. Okay, if it is a best fit, then they will come home and order online.
Intelligent folks.
Right, so that is how it is happening nowadays.
Correct. Awesome. In fact, we can't even imagine without these e-commerce portals. Yeah. And I got a tagline as well. The aspirants of Commerce Cloud and also people who are in commerce industry, see, your architect itself is saying, you don't need to look back in commerce.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So how about our SFDC people?
No comments. See, SFDC, if at all, if there are any aspirants who wants to explore their career in the commerce as well, so here is the thing, right? As you know, as we already discussed, the B2B and D2C, these two are built on the CRM platform. You do not need to spend so much time in learning B2B and D2C if you are already good at SFDC, right?
Yeah.
Because conceptually it will be the same. So what you need is some brush up on the e-commerce knowledge. Though conceptually it is same, we need to understand what is e-com. I mean, the different e-commerce functionalities,
the product
how
knowledge.
they work. Yeah, the product knowledge, exactly. Yeah. So maybe within a month or two, they can comfortably work in B2B and B2C.
Okay.
Okay, but um, you will not be able to move that much fast to the Demandware piece because it is completely new technology,
Correct.
and you got to learn so many new coding concepts, the architecture, things of that nature. But moving, so for a SFDC guy, moving to B2B and D2C is a lot easier than moving to the Demandware piece.
Agreed. It's a total different ball game actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we came to this piece, right? So the transition we spoke about. The recent days, people were asking, and everyone have this conception. I won't say it's a misconception. Commerce is a costly thing. We will invest more and we'll get more as well.
Yeah.
So,
So see, again, commerce is a place where the revenue will get generated, right? And at the same time, you see, in my experience, as I mentioned, I started my career as the Demandware trainee software engineer, and at that time there were only few companies, maybe 2 to 3 in entire India, working on the Demandware technology.
okay.
So getting the right people with the right talent is hard even today.
Over.
Especially I'm talking about Demandware piece.
Mm-hmm.
And B2B and the OMS piece, it is even hard. Okay, so because the primary reason for that is at least the Demandware piece, right? It's not open source. Okay. See, SFTC, I can create my
own trial or
playground, the developer, and that
flexibility is there. Yeah.
learning, right? And there are many training institutes available in the market who can train us on the Salesforce as well, right? But I'm not underestimating. Okay. Okay, so, but when it comes to the Demandware piece, you cannot find any training institutes outside.
Okay.
Because you will not be able to get the sandboxes.
Correct.
Unless you are a partner to Salesforce, you will not be able to get the sandboxes. So obviously, training institutes will not be able to get the sandboxes, and they cannot train as well.
Exactly.
So if one wants to learn Demandware, they have to be in one partner company who is having the SFCC practice.
Oh, is that the only option?
That is the only option. Okay. Otherwise, it's not possible to learn, right? So the number of people getting produced is very less when compared to the other technologies like the source.
That's the secret of Commerce Cloud. Let us raise a case on it.
Yeah.
I think many have done it already.
Yeah. So if you have observed, there was a question regarding the same in our last meetup as well. Can we create a sandbox? Right?
Yes.
Right.
I remember.
So the answer is no.
Right? Straightforward no.
Yeah. In fact, I personally believe that is the one which created more demand for the commerce people.
Correct.
Right? Because everyone cannot learn.
A criteria, first step itself.
Exactly.
Segregated clearly.
Yep.
Awesome. And I would like to know, in your professional career, more than a decade experience in this, you might have done multiple roles. I would like to know your perspective. Which one gave you utmost satisfaction?
Okay. So there are two things, not one answer, two answers. Okay. So one is the learning stages. When I was the trainee software engineer, maybe associate software engineer, those two roles. Those two roles were interesting. Reason being, it was almost 2000. The Demandware product itself was new into the market. The current, and hardly no one knows Demandware. So if you want to get training on Demandware, the only option was, there are no trainers available in the market. And if you want to get trained, you need to directly connect with the Demandware and get the training arranged. Right? And unfortunately, I did not get the training. Okay. And, we have to learn the technology on our own. The very first day, my manager gave me this much book and he said, okay, this is the technology you're going to work on. Please learn as soon as possible. No training will be provided.
As soon as possible.
Yeah. So no training will be provided. And no trainer is... In fact, it was unfair to expect some training as well because, there were no trainers. No one is almost new for everybody. Everyone is fighting to write even single line of code. Right? So that is where my journey started. There were days, where we struggled how to read an attribute, at least from the object. That is where we started. and within 1 or 2 years we became like a trainers. Okay, so we recruited more freshers and trained them. So it's a practice building, right? So that stage was, it was painful, but always after the pain.
Pain and gain.
Yeah, pain and gain. Right? So that was more interesting. And my journey as a trainer as well. So in my experience, I have trained over 300 plus people. I think you said that in your introduction as well. So I personally like teaching. Okay, so that was more interesting.
We can sense it, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So as a trainer.
Yeah.
Nice to know. And you enjoyed that pressure as a pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The remaining things like solutioning and the coding as a developer. So that is anyways part of our day-to-day life. If you talk about only, the most, the exciting things, okay, these two were the most exciting.
Got it. See, I have one question. It's like most of as we are saying, the traction to the commerce industry is more. And people were asking, even one of the junior I spoke with, like he just started his career and he is in an intention like, it's not about learning and all. Let me be genuine here.
Yeah.
He is thinking the commerce industry it is. If I get 2 years of experience, I can earn lakhs. Is that an illusion or a...
See, it is not true when it comes to the every e-commerce framework, right? Because if you go into the commerce industry, with a e-commerce framework which is already saturated, right?
Yeah.
Many people are available in the market. See, it's always the demand, right? So the demand which will decide, the rate of the resource
Correct.
per head, right? So if you are into the saturated e-commerce framework, though you are in e-commerce, you may not get that much growth. But when you are in the growing e-commerce frameworks like Commerce Cloud, right? So that will give you more demand because there are less people available in the market.
Correct. You know what? Some of our SFDC people, they were asking, sir, why can't we move it to commerce?
Yeah.
We just started our career. The reason why? We can earn more. They were in that interest.
That's true, but that is not true with every e-commerce framework, I would say.
Got it.
It's always the demand which will decide the rate.
The demand of the demandware.
Yeah, exactly. Demandware, even for that matter, even B2B and OMS as well. Even the hard see, B2B and OMS, even they are brand new, almost into the market. People are now started using the B2B. So it was there for a while, but it's growing now.
Okay.
All right.
Fine.
So if you can join, this practice now, maybe we can also grow along with the practice.
Correct.
Okay, you can give it a try also.
Me. Definitely under your guidance.
Yeah, sure.
But for me, it will take years only.
No, you already know SFTC. So.
Okay, hopefully I knew it. I can also start then.
Yep.
Thank you. That is this is about your professional career, about the Commerce Cloud. Just would like to know a last one from you. It's like I heard you love to read books.
Yeah.
I could consider you as a bibliophile.
See, reading books, again, it's not like reading big books under. So I personally like the story books.
Okay.
And
fiction.
Apart from technology related books, like the story books, and also some the stock market related technical analysis again.
Okay. Stock market. See, commerce, stock market.
Yeah.
Financial terms.
Yeah. Those kind of books. So only limited to this one. And apart from the reading books, I like watching movies, especially Tollywood.
Oh, nice.
And maybe short films.
Who is your favorite actor?
In Tollywood.
Okay.
Junior NTR.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Just we'll wind up the discussion with one like as an architect, if you would like to give a message to the people who are gonna start the careers in commerce or who are already in the earlier stages of commerce, what it would be?
Okay. See, even when it comes to the commerce, right, it's not fixed always, right? See, you can see the trend, right? So before, if you consider maybe down the line, few years back, maybe 10 years, let us say, the e-commerce was brand new. That time, delivering a product to our home itself is an amazing thing.
Correct.
So now we are talking about and most of us were developing the websites or doing the shopping in the desktops. So now hardly we do the shopping in desktops, right? Or we are more or less we use mobiles.
Yeah.
Right. So the desktop's gone, even the mobiles now, and now it is headless. Headless is coming into the picture.
Yeah.
Right. And how fast we can deliver the products, right? And how to provide the best user experience for the customers, right? How to get the personalized experience for the customers, right? So the trends are changing, and
Day by day.
customer expectations are at the peak.
Absolutely.
Right. So
The patience time of a customer drastically reduced.
yes, exactly, right. So if we order now, we'll feel happy if it gets delivered today or tomorrow.
Right.
So that is when the Amazon Prime or or maybe the Big Basket Pass, these kind of things came into the picture, right? So the customer satisfaction is the most important thing. So for which we need to have the personalized experience for the customers, and what we call the website speed. The performance of the website is also plays a major role. So if there is 1 second delay in loading the page, its impact will be in crores for the merchant.
Agreed.
So quality of the website is very, very important. And every product is not suitable for everything, right? So as an e-commerce architect, we need to figure out, okay, which product is suitable more for the merchant business.
Yeah.
Right. So first we need to understand, okay, what is that merchant is trying to do, and then figure out, okay, what is suitable for the merchant, okay, which will give the best experience for the customers of that merchant as well, right? And for the development, for the people who are coming to the e-commerce, so try to understand the trends in the e-commerce, right? And choose the right platform for you, right? So definitely my preference.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with it. In fact, it's a fruitful conversation with you, Ugandhar.
Yeah, thank you.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for asking wonderful questions. It will be useful for many.
In fact, for me as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone.